Today, I'm going to be trying something new, and yet something old at the same time. It's more Arcanysts, but this time with Magmar. Someone mentioned Arcanyst Magmar in an offhand question on YouTube, and I thought that sounded really interesting, so I kind of want to have a go at it. I'm guessing general-wise, we probably want Ragnora for a couple of reasons. One, Ragnora has the best BBS and we want to spam spells. We're not going to need the hand pumping from Starhorn because Arcanysts have plenty of that already. And Varth is kind of soft to Kanumkar and mostly good in aggro decks nowadays with Drogon and stuff. So we don't really want that. Whereas Ragnora is probably the best kind of for an all-round mid-range deck that also allows us to play some combo finishing stuff. In terms of spells, we have Dampening Wave, Flash Reincarnation, which is probably the big draw to this deck. Things like Amplification of Greater Fortitude, Lava Lance, technically Dance of Dreams. We could do some janky stuff with Prismatic Illusionist, but that sounds bad. Razor Skin. God, that's not terrible. Tremor? Why? Okay. Yeah, Dietide Frenzy, Deep Impact. Man, Magmar have Invigoration? It's like way more cheap spells than I thought. Nat Cell, obviously. Mitotic Induction is kind of interesting. Probably not useful though. No. Bellow isn't terrible, but probably not going to make the deck. Kinetic Equilibrium is kind of cool with Albeast Sage. Upper Hand, probably not. Then we have like Earth Sphere, Egg Morph. Probably play Egg Morph because it's removal and a combo piece. Rebuke is also good with Albeast Sage. Pooper Bomb, maybe. Thumping Wave, maybe. Plasma Storm. And some expensive stuff. Wow, there's actually a lot of good spells. Like a surprising number of good spells that you can play. The downside, of course, is that we're limited to only neutral Arcanysts, like we have with Lion Arc, because Magmar don't have any of their own. So what do we start with? We know we want these. Let's just get those in there right now. We don't know whether this is... Like, I don't know whether this is a Blue Conjurer deck or a Fugitive deck. Probably more the Blue Conjurer side. We don't really have any... I guess recurring Egg Morph is quite nice, but that's a lot of mana. Lava Lance isn't bad. Beyond that, it drops off quite rapidly. Could play Firestarter with all the pump spells, actually. Like Firestarter and Razor Skin go quite well together. Some interesting options there. But realistically, this is probably a Conjurer T-Wing type deck. Maybe with... something. I don't know about the Scientist, probably isn't good enough. Archon is an option. Just like something good to play with Flash Reincarnation. Hey Stoke Rooster, thanks for joining. It's such a shame Rippers are so OP or else Starhorn would get a chance to shine. I don't know, I think Decimus does Starhorn plenty of favours. And combo decks like Mechhorn and stuff. There's... Ragnora is obviously really good. But, like, I wouldn't want Starhorn in this deck anyway. I'd play Varth over Starhorn, because you don't want to be drawing your opponent cards, you just want to be using, like, Blue Conjurer and stuff. Yeah, let's start with that. A couple of these in. I quite liked Rock Saint's kind of low end of these three last time we played. Lore Weaver. This is probably more a Prismatic Illusionist deck than a Lore Master deck, because there's a couple of spells that reward that. It's sort of it. Kind of like having an Archon to flash out. Let's go with... Let's just chuck all of these in and see where it goes. It's probably too many, but might work out. Illusionist. Yeah, I'll play some Lore Weavers, why not? So this is... The lower end of this is very similar to Rock Saint's deck, but instead of having Alchemid Lawemaster and Alchemid Fugitive, we have the typical power cards and a random Archon. to make better use of Flash Reincarnation. I tried the Lyre Arcanyst you played. Prismatic Illusionist is too good not to have. That's interesting. I've never actually liked Prismatic Illusionist that much. The card's kind of fragile and soft to AoE. But it's interesting that you found that. I'll have to test it. Alright, let's get some spells. This might actually end up not playing Macanta Warbeast. Gasp. Dampening Wave seems fairly sick. Put one of those in. Hey, Sandy's, thanks for joining. It's busted in Shidai though. I can see it being good in Shidai. 3 Flash, 3 Lava Lance. Tremor seems kind of good actually. Razor Skin, Fortitude, a Tremor, then like some Egg-Morphs. So I feel like I want Invigoration maybe. This suite of spells is like something else. There's some good stuff here. Still waiting on Q4 content. I mean, they've got like a week, right? It's like, Merry Christmas, here's some content. Maybe we don't play natural selection because we have all these 1 power minions. Wouldn't be good with it. Very tempted by Amplification. Diatide Frenzy. Deep Impact could be good actually. There's a cheap removal spell. I could just run it out like this and see how it works out. This might be a nice first draft actually. Look at this, no Lava Slasher, no Macanto. Probably means the deck's terrible, but I'm interested in finding out. Let's play to the ground.